Getting taken for a ride in a good way. Sagittarius, we've got the Chariot and the Two of Cups. That's letting somebody take you out on a road trip for a date, take you out for a ride somewhere, where you kind of like let go of the reins a little bit. You don't have control when this person is driving, whether they're specific, like literally behind the wheel, or this is sort of like they're metaphorically behind the wheel, because you've got Three of Swords and the Six of Swords. Some of you guys have trouble letting go of control. Letting someone else take the wheel, proverbially, metaphorically speaking, however that you say that. But you're letting somebody else do that right now. And with the Empress and the Star, it's kind of like being inspired by the sights, like letting yourself see the sights. Letting this person show you the sights, see things you haven't seen before, be inspired. The Star is inspiration, and kind of like letting destiny decide where you go. And in case Destiny, I actually think this is a specific person, but Destiny could be involved here too. And then with the Empress, yeah, there's a lot of sightseeing or a lot of taking in the sights as part of this journey. Let's pull Oracle cards and find out more. On the bottom, we do have the Magician before we pull Oracle cards, and the Magician is this is what you want. This is not by choice specifically, but it is what you guys want. And you're letting this person kind of like pull you along and take you. All right. Let's go ahead and pull this oracle. Tell me more for Sagittarius. Okay. We got 4 cards coming out all at once, so in a clump here, which means they're all equally important, and I'm going to read them as a clump. I'm going to explain that more often, because I don't think you guys know how I do the order of my cards. I'm going to make that more known. But anyway, we've got the Queen here, and then we have the Cave with the bread and the number 3. Normally, the Queen is having control of a situation and being in charge, but in this case, it's letting somebody else be in charge. The number 3 is letting your friends be in charge, letting an acquaintance be in charge. It's just another person. And I think you guys need that, because most of the time you guys have to worry about the logistics. The bread is the logistics, it's the basics. So you guys are in charge, or maybe you make it a point to be in charge or worry about, how food's gonna get on the table, where you're gonna sleep for the night. And this time around, you're not doing any of that. You're like, I'm just letting somebody do all the planning, all the worrying about the logistics. I'm just there for the ride. And this person's gonna take me wherever they wanna go. Maybe they've already booked a room, or maybe they haven't. Maybe we're gonna book a room on the fly and I'm gonna let them pick. There's the sense of just, again, it's letting somebody take charge because you need a break from doing that. Maybe you're sick of it because the Cave is complexity. And I think you guys are maybe sick of the complexity that's involved in logistics, in planning things, and you're just like, bro, you handle all that this time. That's what's going on. Let's pull advice cards and see what you guys should be doing about this. There doesn't seem anything overt you guys should be doing. But let's pull advice in general and see what comes out for you, Sagittarius. Any advice for Sagittarius regarding the spread or in general? Any advice by Sagittarius? Oh, jeez, hold on. Few cards burst out of here, and 2 of them flipped, so I do honor that. We've got 2 flip cards and 1 right side up card. We've got the Ace of Cups and the Hanged Man, the 2 of Cups reversed. Interesting. And actually, these last 2 cards are also reversed. The Knight of Wands reversed and the King of Wands reversed. The Ace of Cups is gratitude. It's kind of like enjoy the pleasantries. It's be grateful. I mean, okay. Now with the 2 of Cups here reversed in the Hanged Man, it's kind of like telling me when you let someone make the decisions, sometimes they make the wrong decisions. But you've already committed to going along for the ride, and you've already kind of committed to saying you're doing all the planning, you're handling all the logistics. They're gonna make mistakes by your standard. By your standard, it's not gonna really get done to your level of satisfaction. The Hanged Man, you're gonna be like, wow, you did a shitty job. You booked us the worst hotel. You found the worst place to sightsee, because that's the example I gave you before. Again, just one example. But still, the advice is you're not in charge, right? King of Wands reversed, you are not in charge. It's not really your place to do anything about it at this point, even if the other person who you're letting take over, you're giving the reins to, is fucking it up. Even if that's the case, it's kind of like saying don't do anything about it and just you're not in charge. The Knight of Wands it's not really your place to meddle. Someone else is already doing it, even though it might be done that poorly. That is the advice here. On the bottom, we have the Hermit. Virgo energy. Virgos are anal retentive. You guys are kind of incorporating a little bit of that anal retentive energy because normally you guys are probably in charge of this specific thing that someone else is in charge of right now. And so your critique of it is a little bit high. The Hermit is someone who sees all the details. You can't help but see all the details, and they're not good details. 10 of Swords. It's like, yeah, you can tell it's a shitty room. The bed has bed bugs. You can't help but notice the fact that there's bed bugs on the bed for this hotel this other person booked for you. Like I said, one weird example. But yeah, so you guys are going to end up being critical. You can't help but notice all the poor decisions that is a result of this other person being in charge. You can't help but notice it, but the advice is you can't do anything about it. Let's pull Oracle card. Any more advice for Sagittarius? Anything else for Sagittarius, please? Oh, geez. Okay. We got half the deck. These do not count. But these cards that came out over here do count. So we've got 3. It is Venus, the planet Venus, Leo, the zodiac sign of Leo, and then the rabbit. Let me take a look at this. I mean, Leo is just straight up fun. It's kind of advising you guys to have fun and maybe overlook the small things, overlook the details and the small negative details to your circumstance. Overlook that in favor of looking at the positives. So the positives is Venus. It's like looking at the pretty things rather than the small details that are off-putting to you, that are detracting from the situation. And the rabbit is saying to me that there's actually a lot of pretty things to look at. Let's say the previous example of the hotel. Well, the bed itself has bed bugs, but the view's amazing. The beach is pristine. You guys are right on the beach. You know, it's like there's plenty of positives and pretty things and good things to focus on rather than the Hermit from before, which is kind of inspect. It's like we're looking under the bed. We're looking underneath the covers to see if there's stains on it. You know, it's like, don't look too hard. Just go out and have fun and try to focus on the things that are pleasant, that are good, and they're all over the place. There's no shortage of good things to look at, rather than focusing on these things that are actually hard to find, that are like the bad things, the negative things. On the bottom, we do have the bed, which is kind of relax a little. All right, that's going to be your reading, Sagittarius. Thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to follow the channel and subscribe if you do want to see more of these, or if you just want to support me. I really appreciate you guys helping grow the channel. With that, I'll see you guys next time.